one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it because you can.
From sfgate.com, we get this story where a suburban Detroit police officer whose patrol car smashed into another vehicle, killing 2 men, was charged last Friday with manslaughter. Charges against Warrant Officer James Burke were filed nearly 2 months after the 5 a.m. crash. Now, quote, "Our thoughts remain with those whose lives were impacted by this tragic crash," Macomb County Sheriff Anthony Wickersham said. He goes on, "We hope the conclusion of this investigation begins to bring a sense of closure and healing as they continue to navigate this difficult time." Burke, who's 28 years old, was driving southbound at a high rate of speed when his police car struck a Dodge Durango that was turning left at an intersection on September 30th, says the sheriff's office. Cedric Hayden Jr., 34, and longtime pal Dewan Pettis, 33, were killed. Burke and another officer were injured. Burke was charged with manslaughter and 2 misdemeanors. Defense attorney Mark Curtis said Burke is a highly decorated, highly trained officer who was working to protect the public when the crash happened. Quote, "This is an unfortunate incident," says Curtis. He goes on, "It's a result of actions on both sides. As the facts and circumstances come out around this case, it will help demonstrate why Officer Burke was doing what he did," he told the Associated Press. Now, Curtis, who often represents police officers, didn't elaborate. Burke appeared in the 37th District Court and was released without having to post bond. You hear that? He was released without having to post bond. Looking at manslaughter, looking at killing someone. And he was released without having to post bond. You've got Alex Enamorado and a handful of other people who didn't kill anybody. And they've been sitting in jail for a year now, no bond, no bail. You know what I mean? And so it goes back and it makes you question almost really, how do they set bond? How do they set bail? Who gets to get out and who doesn't? Who gets to decide that? Well, the judge. But how is it? And I understand that this is a whole different state than California. I get that. But how is it that a guy who's looking at a homicide killed somebody? Well, it was an accident. He's in a patrol car. He's looking at manslaughter. He gets out. No bond. Just, hey, your court date is this. But you got these guys who never killed anybody. 1 year in jail. No bail. Political?